Today I'm going to show you a brilliant Pilates based exercise for the deep abdominal muscles and also for your lower back. So these are called heel taps or dead bugs. I'm going to take you through different progressions, so it'll get harder each time, but you just stay at the level which is best for you. Really important to keep your core engaged throughout. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so starting with progression 1. So we're going to lie on our back, having your arms by your side. Now you're going to lift one leg, having your knee in line with your hip as much as possible, and then do the same with the other leg. Now obviously only do this if it feels okay on your back. I'll show you something else that you can try before coming to this stage if you prefer. So arms by your side. Now you don't want to arch your back and you don't want it completely flat on the mat either or the floor. You want it somewhere in between the two, so that's what we call our neutral spine. Now if this feels okay for you, you're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly lowering one leg and tapping your heel on the floor and then coming back up. So you want to keep the other leg still as possible. This is pretty hard by itself. And then you do the same on the other side and coming back up. Now, if that feels a bit too hard for you, it might look easy, but if you're engaged in the core, you're really going to feel it. You can start with your feet on the floor, knees bent, and you're just going to lift one leg, lifting using the abdominals so your knee stays in line with your hip again, coming back down and then going to the other side. So this is a variation. This might be best for you to start with. So you can do a few of those. Now again, making sure you're not arching your back. But if you're feeling okay, you're having both feet up, so you can lift one leg first, then the other, or both at the same time like me, getting into position and then tapping one heel, trying to keep the other leg as still as possible, and then same on the other side, making sure that you're not arching your back. And that is level 1, so I'm now going to show you level 2. So once you've mastered level 1, you might want to move up to the next progression. So again, lying on your back. So we had our arms by our side before, and once again we're in this position, tapping one heel, so keeping right angles here with your knee, and then same on the other side, so just using your arms to help stabilise you. So to make it harder, bringing your arms up here, so palms facing in towards each other, and lifting your arms is adding a little bit of instability, so we're going to challenge the core even more. So keeping right angles with that knee, you're going to now try again to tap one heel, lift up using the core, keeping your core muscles engaged, and then the other side. And a good way to think of keeping your core engaged, we'll repeat that again, is to gently draw your belly button in towards your spine and making sure you're not flattening your back completely on the floor and you're not over arching the back. So remember, somewhere in between the other. And we're just trying to keep those arms as still as possible. Okay, so this is quite hard. As I said, it might look easy, but when you try it, if you really engage in the core, you're going to feel it. Okay, so that is level 2. So I'll now show you level 3. So on to our next challenge. So getting back in that same position again. So arms by your side to start, lifting your knees so they're in line with your hips, arms up here as we were before, reaching out through those fingertips and just gently bring your thumbs out behind. We're going to now try and move the opposite arm and opposite leg at the same time. So again, keeping the core engaged, trying to keep the rest of the body as still as possible. So we're going to slowly take one arm behind, keep it long, and tap the opposite heel on the floor, maintaining right angles with the knee and the lower leg. And again, go to the other side and back. And now you can see I'm not rocking from side to side. I'm trying to keep my body as much in line as I can. And that again is really working the core. Okay, so again, you can do a few of these. Just do as many as feels all right for you. You might only need to just do a couple just to feel the core working. And then if that feels okay, now try the same arm and same leg. It, and using the core to come back up. Now if you get any pain at all anywhere doing these exercises, if you get any aches in your lower back, then obviously stop. You might want to just go back down to the first level and build up to it. We'll do one more each side. And the last one there. And back up and relax, and I'll show you one more progression. So on to our final progression, and this one is quite challenging. So we're going to start in position again. So on my back, lifting my legs so my knees are in line with my hips to start. Arms up, fingertips right up towards the ceiling, and this time we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out we're going to bring one knee in towards our chest and extend the other leg, taking the opposite arm behind our head. So again, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, back to the start. So one knee comes in towards your chest, the other leg extends. That's it. So it takes quite a bit of concentration, this one, and coordination. That's it. And again. So making sure you're not arching that lower back. And of course, if you get any pain anywhere doing these, particularly in the lower back, then stop. I'll do one more on the other side. And relaxing there. So once you're done, you'll want to stretch out, so taking your legs out long, take your arms behind you, reaching out through the fingertips, and just stay there for a few moments, just having a really good stretch. Okay, so you can stay there a little bit longer. But that's a few progressions of the Pilates dead bug or heel tap. So start off gradual, slowly build it up and give it a go.